Hello and welcome to Weekly Wind Up. I'm Kyle Warwick. Now you may remember a few weeks ago we were joined by a young lady called Ali who was part of the Do Your Thing project. Ali had set up her own writing group. We're joined today by Mason. Welcome to the show, Mason.
Thank you, Kyle.
Mason is establishing his own drama group and we're just going to talk a little bit today about that. So how did you start off getting into performing arts?
Well, it basically started in primary school through some plays I was in. Just Christmas plays like nativities. We did like the Birth of Jesus, we did Puss in Boots, Cinderella, Hansel and Gretel, Joseph and his Technicolor Dreamcoat. And then after I left high school, I started doing drama as a subject at Honley High School. And we watched Bugsy Malone in Year 7, and it was a great film, and I thought it's a really fascinating film because the actors really know what they're doing, and I really like this film and I like this subject and I want to carry on doing it. And in 2009 I did a film for the Lawrence Batley Theatre, a short film that was about Batman slash Bruce Wayne and his creation and how he came to be, titled And So It Begins. And I was the narrator, and it was mainly aimed at people who had learning difficulties, Down syndrome, etc. And a good friend of mine played one of the characters, who I know very well in my home village of Meltham. His name's Casey Rochelle. And of course, several others who I knew from Honley High School were in the project. Well, one person was.
And my understanding, we film weekly wind-ups, you may know. We film weekly wind-ups in part of the Huddersfield Technical College. Is it right that you also studied there for a period?
Yes, I was here between September 2011 and June 2015. I started on the 5th of September, and I was located at the old Highfields across the road. Right. And I started from there, and the tutors I had there, I was introduced to Angela Hardy and Gloria Appleton. They may still be at this college today, so if you ever get the chance to meet them, they're very nice tutors. They got me where I am today, and I did some great shows for them. I did a Christmas show focusing on Hollywood films called Hollywood Greats, and of course I did John Godber's Teachers, in which I played the deputy head.
Right. Oh. So you've got a little bit of experience doing performing then. You've been in a few plays as well.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. And my understanding is you've through the Do Your Thing project in conjunction with Mark, you've started setting up your own drama performing arts group. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. My mother got in touch with Mark, and she said she discovered that he told her that people were setting up their own groups because of Do Your Thing, and she said Mason would like to set up his own drama group, and he said great, and we put it together, and I created a Facebook page and everything, added some of my good friends who I knew.
Yeah. And what's the name of your drama group? Have you come up with a name yet?
It's the MDC, brackets, the Meltham Drama Club.
The Meltham Drama Club. So I take it then it is based in Meltham. Is that it? Where in Meltham are you based?
It's based in my home village of Meltham, yes. And I don't know basically where we'll base rehearsals, just different places really. One of them will be the main church in the centre of the village, but the shows will be performed at the village hall.
Right. Oh, right. And if people were wanting to get involved, what sort of projects are you looking to do? What sort of plays and things are you looking to do?
Any genre really, comedy, drama.
Do you have ideas for your own plays? Is that something you do? Do you like to write plays, or is that something you look at other plays that you can put on?
Yes, I would like to write my own plays based on my favourite shows. For example, I did see clips of the popular BBC sitcom, The British Empire. You probably might have heard of it.
Indeed, yeah, I remember the British Empire from when I was younger, yeah.
Well, The British Empire starred Christopher Barry, the British impressionist and actor, who also was known as the hologram Arnold Rimmer in Red Dwarf.
Indeed he was, yeah.
Chris played Mr. Britas over the 7 series, and I really enjoyed the series when I first saw it, and I thought, why did they never do a stage play concentrating on what happened next after the series ended? You know, it could focus on Mr. Britas still being at the leisure centre or being retired, and you could probably see like his son running the centre or something like that.
Yeah, indeed. So similar to the Ricky Gervais film from The Office, where it's kind of they've had the Office series and then you see him what David Brent is doing after he's finished, that sort of idea.
Yes, something like that.
Sounds very interesting. And you mentioned your Facebook page. What's that named? Is that the Meltham Drama Group? Is that correct?
Yes, it is called the Meltham Drama Club.
Yeah. And would it be best for anybody that would like to get in contact with you with regards to joining the group? Is that the best way for them to do that?
That is the best way of communication, or they can contact me on my mobile, of course.
Right. And that will be available for people. We'll have the address for the Facebook page along the bottom of the screen, and you'll be able to get some information from KLTV's website. So, what are your hopes for the drama group going forward? How would you like it to develop, if you like? What would you like to see it do?
I'd like it to be successful, of course.
Absolutely.
And I'd like the shows to be proper fantastic. You know, I'd love to see the audience's reaction after each show. I'd love for them to come up to a cast member or maybe even me and say something like, oh, that was a great show, the effects were really dazzling and I want to go see something like that again. This young man really knows what he's doing, he's got a creative mind, and I hope to see more fantastic projects from him in the future and something like that. Absolutely.
Well, thank you very much for joining us today, Mason. It's been a really nice conversation.
You're welcome, Kyle.
Cheers. That's all we have time for this episode of Weekly Wind-Up. As I've mentioned, you can find out more about Mason's group on the Kirklees local TV website. You can also contact us through our social media platforms about any of the programmes that you see on kltv.com. I've been Kyle Warwick. Thank you. Goodbye.